Great awakening. Leg day was rough today. Faced some adversity from someone in the gym. But yeah, as we all know, we're the captain of our ships, and the masters are our reality. So we determine how we respond to situations. So I'm up at 4 a.m., 4:30. Gym opens up at 5 a.m. I'm in there at 5 a.m. Usually a lot of elders outside of the gym. You would think it was a club the way there's people outside waiting on it to open up, which is always great to see. However, I'm in there at 5 a.m. I like to do a dynamic warm-up, and then I do a static stretch for a warm-up. But I get in there early because obviously early bird gets the worm, and there's usually less people in there when you get in early. So I like to take my time, get a good stretch, because as you get older, those stem cells get harder to wake up. That's why if you know what they're doing with the stem cells. I don't need to say anything further. Anyway, yeah, they lie a little bit more dormant. They don't access as you age or as you grow. I won't say, apologize for saying older. But yeah, as we grow through experience in this realm with time. So you want to take your time to avoid injury, and you don't want to rush to do anything. There's just no point. You get a better workout when you take your time, you're intentional with what you're doing. You get better results. So I'm doing that, and then I'm warmed up, I'm ready. So I get ready to take off my jacket and hoodie to go hanging it up. A guy's coming in. He see me in the hallway, which is not far away from the squat rack, hanging up my jacket and coat. So he speeds past me to go to by the squat rack. So he puts his phone, water bottle, and keys by the squat rack, but yet he goes under the pull-up bar to start stretching, basically doing a chest opener stretch. And I come back in, I'm ready, I grab my weight, because I set up the rack, set up the squat station before he was there. Mind you, I've been there since 5. He gets in there it's like 5, almost 5:30. So I grab my weight to get ready to go start squats. He says, I have my stuff right there. So I'm like, hey, I've been here since 5 a.m. You need to get in here earlier. So he has a temper tantrum. Kind of remind me of my 2-year-old son. So he's pouting, shouting, I mean, not excessively shouting, but just pouting and mumbling something as he goes on to the sled area, so he can do some sled pushes. But he's doing the sled pushes loud, and he goes to another station, do some other stuff. And you can see that he really didn't have any structure. He's kind of one of those guys that just get in there and do anything just to, I guess, convince himself, or want to utilize others to be convinced on what he's doing. But now, I wasn't trying to be a bully or, be disrespectful or anything like that. But you can tell by the mindset that he wasn't even ready to do squats. Now, if he has stepped inside the squat rack and he was warming up doing squats with the bar, or he had put some weights on the bar to start warming up, then I'm like, okay, I would say, oh, I was here, but I'm gonna jump in with you, right? But the fact that he's stepped away from the squat rack, he's under the pull-up bar, not even doing body weight squats to warm up, but doing a chest opener. I'm like, yeah, he was trying to convince himself that he wanted to squat, but he wasn't really about that life. Now, if he would have knocked me out or something like that, then obviously I would have you a different story to tell you all. I said, well, I was there first. I tried to rack the weight, and then I ended up getting knocked out by someone for trying to do squats. But I don't even want to speak that into existence. But yeah, but the point of this is not to, start a fight or anything like that, or try to put others down or anything like that. It's more about the mindset you have to have when you're facing opposition. We can still have compassion for others by standing on what we believe in, right? I got up early. I made a sacrifice to be in there early. So I earned that squat rack. And there's always several other squat racks throughout the gym that's empty during that time. That's why I specifically go to the back, where there's only one squat rack away from everyone else, to give other people room, to have more access to those squat racks. I know it's one more person that could get another squat rack if I go ahead and just go to the back and take care of that one. But when I come out from that room, I see him getting ready to leave. So I'm like, I got in there before you. I had squats, RDLs, then I had Bulgarian split squats, all in that room. By the time I was done with that, he was done with his entire workout. So he was only there for at the most, 30 minutes. So he wasn't really serious about being in the gym, and probably don't really know gym coaching. If someone sets up the station, other than the way it was when you first come in, then obviously they have intentions on using that station. I only left the station for a few minutes. Now I can see if I was saying I'm using that when I'm out in another room using other stations, but I'm trying to hoard a station I'm not getting ready to use. That's different. But the fact that I set it up, I moved the bench from under the squat rack, and I didn't say that I was using that. My action said that by grabbing the weight to put the weight on the bar to use the squat rack. You can't make it any more clear than that. But yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. He felt some type of way, but I don't get caught up into what others might say, or even how they feel about certain things, or what they think of me in certain situations, because that's none of my business. As long as there's no threat to me or anything like that, then hey, you can say what you want, have fun, do whatever. But the fact that he responded emotionally like that, it shows me that he hasn't mastered his mind fully, to where he knows how to respond to when things don't go his way. So yeah, it's a wild situation. I just thought that was intriguing to share. But just stand up for what you believe in, and always, as much as you can, don't go looking for conflict. Avoid it as much as you can. But when it arises, you face it head on, no matter what the situation is. All right, so ended up having a great workout. Didn't get too serious. Nothing, crazy happened, but that's just how some things go. You get tested in many ways. So either you're going to fall victim to the adversity, or you're going to overcome the adversity and become a victor. All right, so y'all be great out there today. Dismantle all obstacles today. And stay strong. Islam.